I used to spend the night in hotel parking lots. What was I gonna do? I ain't had nowhere to stay, so I lived in the car. He said, "Hey Steve, this is Chuck Sutton with Showtime at the Apollo. You're very funny. If you could get here Sunday night, we'd love to put you on television."
If you've ever felt like giving up, if you've ever hit rock bottom and thought, this is it, then Steve Harvey's story is exactly what you need to hear. Because before the mansions, the Bentleys, and the designer suits, there was a man sleeping in his car, showering in gas stations, and holding on to one impossible dream: to one day be on TV. This is not just the story of a celebrity. This is the story of a man who turned pain into power and poverty into a multi-million-dollar legacy. This is Steve Harvey, humble beginnings and the dream. Broderick Stephen Harvey was born on January 17, 1957, in the small coal mining town of Welch, West Virginia. From the very start, life didn't hand him anything on a silver platter. His father, Jesse Harvey, was a hard-working coal miner, and his mother, Eloise, was a devoted teacher. Their family lived modestly, surviving paycheck to paycheck with love as their most abundant resource. As a child, Steve suffered from a debilitating stutter that made speaking a painful task. He was bullied relentlessly, and even teachers doubted his future. But even in those early days, Harvey was dreaming big. When his teacher once asked the class to write down what they wanted to be when they grew up, Steve didn't hesitate. He wrote, "I want to be on TV." Instead of praise, he was met with laughter. His teacher tore up his paper and told him his dream was ridiculous. She even called his parents to tell them their son needed to be more realistic. But Jesse Harvey, his father, didn't see it that way. He told young Steve, "Take that dream and read it every day. Don't let anyone take it from you." Steve listened. That torn-up dream became a daily affirmation. And though the world mocked him, he kept repeating it. "I'm going to be on TV. The struggle before the spotlight." After graduating from Glenville High School in 1974, Steve went on to attend Kent State University and later West Virginia University. But the classroom never felt like his path. He dropped out, unsure of what the future held. He worked countless jobs just to get by: mailman, carpet cleaner, insurance salesman, even an amateur boxer. But there was still something missing. Something deep inside him whispered that he was meant for something more. Then came October 8, 1985. Steve Harvey stood on a stage at Hilarity's Comedy Club in Cleveland for the first time. He made just $50 that night, but what he gained was priceless: purpose. The laughter, the energy, the spotlight. He had finally found his calling. But passion doesn't always pay the bills. For the next 3 years, Steve lived out of his 1976 Ford Tempo. He drove from gig to gig, showered at gas stations, and sometimes went to sleep hungry. He contemplated giving up more than once. But that dream of being on TV, it never left him. Then came a turning point. A generous couple, Rich and Becky Liss, saw something in Steve that few others did. They offered him a carpet cleaning contract and credit to travel for comedy gigs. Their act of kindness kept his dream alive. Years later, Steve would repay them live on air, tears streaming down his face, with gratitude that spanned decades. Breaking through and building a legacy. In 1990, Steve entered the Johnny Walker National Comedy Search. His natural wit, charm, and timing won audiences over and landed him in the finals. Suddenly, doors began to open. He became the host of It's Showtime at the Apollo, a position that put him in front of millions. Then came The Steve Harvey Show, a hit sitcom that aired from 1996 to 2002 and became a cultural favorite, especially in the Black community. In 1997, he joined forces with Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, and Bernie Mac for the Kings of Comedy tour. At first, no one expected much, but the tour exploded, grossing over $37 million in 2 years and becoming the highest-grossing comedy tour of all time. Director Spike Lee turned it into a film, cementing the legacy of four of the greatest comedians in history. But Harvey was just getting started. It's luxury, fashion, and success. With success came luxury, and Steve Harvey embraced it with gratitude and style. He built an empire, not just in comedy, but in television, books, and business. He became a best-selling author with Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, which sold millions of copies and inspired a Hollywood film franchise. He became the beloved host of Family Feud, Celebrity Family Feud, and The Steve Harvey Morning Show, winning Daytime Emmy Awards and the hearts of millions. And with that success came a lifestyle most can only dream of. His mansion in Atlanta, originally built by Tyler Perry, is worth $15 million and boasts 35,000 square feet of pure luxury, complete with twin staircases, an infinity pool, and manicured gardens. He owns multiple homes across the country, a fleet of luxury vehicles, including Rolls-Royces, Ferraris, and Bentleys, and a wardrobe that made him a fashion icon. Steve Harvey doesn't just wear suits, he wears art. Styled by Ellie Caramo, his signature look combines bold colors, sharp cuts, and custom tailoring that turns heads. And when it comes to accessories, he doesn't play small. One of his watches, a $3 million Roger Dubuis Excalibur encrusted with rubies. Faith, family, and giving back. Despite the glamour, Steve Harvey has never forgotten where he came from. His faith is at the center of his life. He often says, "Without God, none of this would be possible." His speeches, books, and interviews are filled with gratitude, hope, and the power of belief. He also believes deeply in giving back. Through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, he has helped thousands of underprivileged youth. One of the foundation's most powerful programs is a mentorship camp for fatherless boys, providing role models, life skills, and hope to kids who need it most. Steve has also partnered with Disney Dreamers Academy to empower future leaders, and with Kent State University to provide scholarships for deserving students. Harvey doesn't just donate money, he donates time, presence, and personal experience. Legacy, controversy, and the man behind the fame. Harvey's personal life has had its share of ups and downs. He's been married 3 times and is the father of 7 children. His relationship with his third wife, Marjorie, whom he married in 2007, marked a turning point. He credits her with bringing balance and peace into his life. Together, they built a blended family and now enjoy life as grandparents. But Steve has never hidden his struggles. Not in relationships, not in career, and not in his own journey with faith. He sparked controversy in 2017 when he met with then-President-elect Donald Trump, a move criticized by many. Harvey stood firm, explaining that his goal was to advocate for underprivileged communities, not play politics. In recent years, he has embraced a plant-based diet, prioritized health, and continues to push his brand further, proving that success isn't a destination, it's an ongoing transformation. A little-known fact in one of his most controversial moments. One thing most people don't know about Steve Harvey is that he didn't even own a passport until his mid-50s. For years, he was so consumed with grinding in the US, building his name in comedy, radio, and television, that international travel just wasn't on his radar. His very first major trip abroad came when he was invited to host the Miss Universe pageant, a role that would catapult him into global recognition, but not for the reason he expected. In 2015, during his first time hosting the Miss Universe competition in Las Vegas, Steve made an unforgettable mistake. As the world watched, he announced Miss Columbia as the winner, only to return to the stage moments later and correct himself. The real winner was Miss Philippines. The card clearly stated it, but the pressure, lights, and moment overwhelmed even a seasoned performer like Harvey. The blunder sparked a firestorm of global media attention and internet memes. Many thought it would end his hosting career. But Steve Harvey did what he's always done best. He owned it. He took responsibility, apologized publicly, and even returned to host Miss Universe the following years, this time with grace, humor, and humility. It was a powerful reminder that even after reaching the top, mistakes happen, and how you handle them defines who you truly are. Steve Harvey's story is not just about money, fame, or fashion. It's about endurance, about faith, about becoming the man you were always meant to be, no matter how late you start. From a beat-up Ford to a Beverly Hills mansion, from a speech impediment to hosting some of the biggest shows on television, from rock bottom to global icon. Now the question is, what are you doing today to build the future you dream of tomorrow?